Dakota Kai, Mr. Marceau, was another name that was let go this past week. This one, not as surprising, but still surprising. But Dakota Kai was on TV fairly consistently when she wasn't her. And that was kind of the reason going around as to why she was let go. Injury prone. I mean, that's the excuse I don't really buy myself personally. I mean, everyone's injury prone. I mean, I know some people get more injuries than others. I get that. But, I mean, they put these people on the fucking show 365 days out of the year. They're bound to get hurt. So I don't really buy that bullshit. But Dakota Kai was getting more of an opportunity to show what she could do on her own as a singles performer. She was a perfect fit in that Women's Intercontinental Championship picture. Are they losing a massive star in Dakota Kai? No, I mean, she's been back now for a few years. But at the same time, Dakota Kai, I think, was the first person Triple H brought back when he took over a few years ago. So for her to get let go after being on TV so much in the last few years is kind of surprising. So what was your reaction to that release of Dakota Kai?
I mean, I would say I thought this one, not that I was like surprised by anyone. I think this one for me, I felt like was more surprising than Braun. Honestly, I feel like it was surprising, but at the end of the day, it was. I mean, they tried. They had. It's not like you can't say they didn't try. Like she was heel, she was damage control, and that kind of ran its course. Then she got hurt. Then she came back, and then she was doing like this baby face thing. It just seemed like she never connected with the crowd, and I mean, I probably wouldn't have let her go. Like you said, I don't see her as like a main event phenom, but I do think she could have been, like you said, like good in the IC United States title, a veteran that they like kind of use, and like a good hand in the ring. I guess she eventually could become an Italia at that point, but I don't know. I mean, I would say probably out of all of them, this is one of the most surprising one for me. But I mean, at the end of the day, I don't think she's expendable, but I think just because they've focused on her a little bit more, like I said, she had like the heel run, babyface. She got like new music. She went for the IC title recently a few times, lost every time, so it's not like it really mattered.
Yeah.
But I mean, I know she has had some knee injuries, a good amount of knee injuries. Obviously, that's not ideal. Those are like longer injuries. Those are like year-long recovery injuries. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, it's a bummer. I mean, like I said, she was just on the show, and like you said, that was the other part of, I mean, again, this business is unpredictable, so I get it. But that was the other thing I was thinking about the other day. Like, they just gave her new music, and like, she just turned babyface. Like, how long have we been seeing on the show, Mr. Marceau? They gotta have Dakota Kai go back to being a babyface, because she was a great babyface in NXT, and she's been a really good heel, but she's a natural babyface. And when they finally start to showcase her in that light, I mean, like Fernando said here in the chat, she was in the finals of the Women's Intercontinental title picture. And yeah, she got a rematch with Lyra, and she lost. And again, you're probably
She
thinking...
lost to Ivy.
Lost to Ivy as well, you're right. They're probably thinking, what more can we do with her? Brian Alvarez brought up, and he's not necessarily wrong. Like, they probably looked at Dakota and said, okay, damage control isn't really a thing anymore. Kyrie, I think, is out hurt right now. Asuka's out hurt right now. She'll hopefully be back soon. Same thing with Kyrie. But if they don't give a fuck about these tag team titles, which they don't, which we'll get into a little bit more in a second, if you care about them, then keep these women around. If you don't care about these belts, then I can understand getting rid of some of these women. But with Dakota Kai, it was more about than just the tag titles. I feel like if they really want to make these mid-card belts mean something, pushing a woman like Dakota Kai, I feel like is the way to go. And she's good, and she was getting a little bit more over. I don't know. That one doesn't really make sense to me. And it's not really an age thing either. She was 38, 37. Dude, they have fucking like Charlotte and Becky are 38, 39. They're bigger stars, I get that. They're obviously bigger stars.
Yeah, but you're talking about stars, GSM.
No, I know, but it's, I mean, again, if you use the excuse...
age doesn't matter if it's a bona fide star.
No, I know, but I don't think age should matter anyway. It's not like she was 45. I mean, they have men on the roster that are 42, 43.
I understand that, but like when you're calling up girls that are a lot younger, you're going to obviously focus, and not to like just drag, but like also with Dakota, where I do like Dakota, so it's not like I'm like shitting on her, but like she also has been around for a long time. Like she's been face, she's been heel, she's been face, she's been heel. Like they turn her face and the crowd like didn't really give a shit. Like she didn't win either. That didn't help, obviously, but like I don't know. Like I remember that match was Ivy Nana. They could shoot deer in the balcony. I mean, no one cared.
True.
I mean, so at the end of the day, she has been around for a while. They turned her face again. No one really cared. Like I said, if they're not going to do the tag division, that's where they probably see her going. They just like, you know what? We've done a lot. It doesn't really seem like it's really connecting. We have these younger women we're going to push and have obviously their fresher faces, and people usually connect better with fresher faces, and not that she was damaged goods, but people that have been around and lost a lot and really haven't done a lot. So you move on.
Yeah, no, I can understand it to a certain degree. It's not like Dakota Kai, they were getting rid of a Rhea Ripley or, someone that was on the rise like an Io Sky or something like that. I can understand it to a certain
I'm
degree.
pretty sure like Bianca's higher in age. Not going to get rid of her.
No, of course. I'm just saying that for someone that can go as well as she can work with like the Roxannes and the Julias and the people they're bringing up. I'm not saying it's like the biggest loss in the world, but for them, this poor woman got fired twice. It was her birthday yesterday. That must suck. But I'm sure she'll do well with wherever she goes next. She was never going to be like the main women's champion in WWE. I think that was evident. But I think it was just especially disappointing now that they have mid-card belts. If Zelina Vega, who I do like, and I'm glad she's the Women's United States champion, we kind of gave her the golf clap last week. If they can give Zelina Vega the Women's United States championship, there's no reason why they could have given that championship to a Dakota Kai at some point down the road, but just wasn't meant to be.